Good morning. This is Pam from Trusting Your Process, and it is Monday morning, the 12th. I believe it's something to 8 if it's not already 8 o'clock. And I got up this morning after not being able to go to sleep last night. I think I went to bed maybe 1 o'clock, 1:15, and my alarm went off like it always does at 6 a.m. And I was ready to get up. I am definitely mentally going through some stuff, um, like a churning. I feel like there's something happening, and I can only describe it as just my true self wanting to emerge, but not knowing her, or not remembering her. So it's a little unnerving. And so I'm sitting out in front of a Starbucks. I got up so I said I could get some work, get some journaling in, get some me time. And I've been thinking about, the trailer situation of whether or not to buy it new, financing involved, or get something that's older that I can pay right out for. And the thing that concerns me with both of those options, with the financing, it'll be close to brand new. It'll be a low payment every month because when you have an RV, if you may or may not know this, you can finance it up to 15 years. So in a sense, it's a mortgage. Um, and so the benefit there is low monthly payments, um, a brand new vehicle, well, a brand new travel trailer, because I'm trying to do a travel trailer. But the downside of it is, do I want a mortgage? Do I want something that I'm paying for 15 years? Um, Especially when in my goals of things, I want a tiny home. So I was asking myself, could this travel trailer be my tiny home solution? And I'm not sure that that's the case. Now the other option, buy a older, used, fixer upper type thing with maybe a good bones. Things inside would be dated, but at least I wouldn't have. I would be looking for things like no leaks, the subfloor being solid, um, plumbing, things like that, and just buy it right out for the low. It'll be mine, and 2-3 years down the line, if I decide that I still want my tiny home situation, I can still have that and not be committed to a 15-year mortgage. Or just in case I decide, you know what, I don't want to do this travel trailer thing anymore, I want to do something else, then I'm not obligated to this mortgage. That is the only thing that is really getting me about this buying new or close to new and financing it out. Then I was thinking, my truck, I know I said I needed more space. Um, and I do. I still need more space when it comes to my living arrangements. And that's why a travel trailer appeals to me, that I can park stationary. However, January is going to be the month that I take my trip, and I really feel like I'm being called to the road. I feel it's like it's going to be my healing venture. And I'm crazily thinking, yo, I'm gonna live right out of this daggone pickup. And I know you guys who have been following my journey is like, oh my God, are we serious, ma'am? And that's the whole point of this whole journey for me, is to be able to embrace me. As crazy or as fickle or as I can change a decision at the drop of a dime, that's me. And this is my life. And I'm recognizing that when I'm more forgiving and more um, encouraging to myself, I'm more accepting to for others. Do you, boo? And yeah, so it's so interesting. I'm really working on trusting my process and really stepping out on faith. And it's nerve wracking because I'm such a control freak. Um, if I have to have some sense of how it's being done in order for me to go, okay, well, I'm good. I'm good, you know. But now trusting the universe completely is a newness to me all in itself, and not knowing how, and I have to remember, how is not my concern. That's not my job. What and why is my job. So my focus has to stay there, and I leave it in the hands of the universe for how it's going to get done. And that in itself is is different. Well, I'm not going to stay on here forever, but I do want to start getting back to my videos so that I can really continue to map my process. I have 4 months before I hit the road, but I have a trip that's coming up in 3 weeks to Portugal, and I'm just flopping in the wind. I'm just letting it happen, and I'm concerned about, I'm not working now, so hey, how am I gonna make that car payment? Or hey, how much money can I take with me on my trip? And again, I'm trying to back up off the control and trust that it will be okay. Like it has always been. Things come up out of what appears to be nowhere, and you go, dang, okay. And then you just kind of take it for granted. And then it happens again, and you just take it for granted. So this is my lesson right now. So my focus now is to work my way up to my trip for Portugal, and I will continue to document and take you guys along for the journey and the experience. And then when I get back, my focus will be on preparing for my trip on the road and really deciding whether or not I'm going to try to buy a trailer before I go, or just really go out there with the whole tent situation to the RTR. So that I really want to kind of go out there and see what everybody else is doing and learn a little bit more before I make a purchase. So that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I'm not quite sure, but next weekend I plan on going to, I found another RV place that's actually closer. It's right down the street from my daughter's house. Go figure. So I think I'm going to hit that one first. I wasn't able to make the one on the weekend because my daughter came back from her trip to Paris sooner than I thought. I don't know, I got my days mixed up. She came back when she was supposed to come back, but I got the days mixed up. So I had to reschedule that visit to the visit to the RV park that I was going to go to, the RV, it says RV World of Georgia. But it was a lot further away, and that was an area I wasn't familiar with, so I didn't want to risk that and then try to go get her and everything. So I said I would get back on that RV journey, kind of being able to go to the lot, learn about what it'll take to pull a travel trailer, get in a travel trailer to kind of get the feel. So yeah, I might go ahead and record all that. And if you're interested, stay tuned. But until next time, remember who loves you. And take care.